Happy Friday! So we're checking in for our 5 Minute Fridays. I usually try to aim around tips, but I heard some very interesting things in the dining hall. It was also a very rough week, so I'm going to be touching upon those things. So, number one, these kids were talking about the Marvel movie that came out, and they were talking about how basically people always want what they can't see. And I was like, well, this is a very interesting concept. So basically, what they were saying was that people are seeing like all these action movies and like all these like 3D things, like everything's like coming at you, and then they miss Cinderella. And that was like not a direct quote, but like they literally said Cinderella. So I think the point of me sharing that is to basically be touching upon how humans as a species tend to want things and maybe like need things, claim we need things that are not in front of us, and we're like not really happy with what we are currently doing. And I think that touches upon kind of like how I said I had a rough week. Everything that I was doing, I was just so like distraught about it. And I was so like, why am I doing this? Why is this like this? And then I realized that regardless of my attitude towards whatever is going on, like my schoolwork and like all of the tests I had to study for, regardless, all of that stuff was going to happen whether I wanted it to or didn't want it to, regardless of how I approached it, whether I was happy, positive, or negative and sad. So in my twisted turn of events, I kind of had to be like, okay, so we're gonna face this head on. I have to deal with it, so I might as well just grind on everything that I have to do so that when I get my test scores back, it's not like, oh, I could have done better. This isn't my best Brooke because I didn't spend as much time as I should have. Whereas if I put forth all my effort, which I think is what I hopefully did, all of the tests I got back, I wasn't remorseful about them. I wasn't regretful, like, oh man, like, I could have done better. No, I knew that I did the best that I could, like, with the situation at hand. Adding on to that, I think that a lot of times, especially with schoolwork, but also in life, in terms of all the things that people want to accomplish, you have this like giant list of things, and like you go down, you mark them off, you're like successful, unsuccessful, or whatever. But as you're going, sometimes I feel like the jobs that we do are not our best work, and sometimes I think we need to look at those types of experiences and realize that situationally speaking, you're not always going to be able to give your best work. But it's the fact that you can acknowledge that you're not giving your best work, still try your hardest, and be happy with the outcome. And I think that is incredibly important because we can share our experiences with people around us, and we can explain to them, like, I tried my best, this is what I could do. I know moving forward, I would do this, this, and this differently. And I also won't have to worry about XYZ behind me that like set me up already behind for like some sort of like project layout. And I know that I'll be able to produce better in the future. Acknowledging things is a really really big thing in life, and people don't really do it as much because it is scary. Like, why would I want to acknowledge that I am staying up too late? Because it's like something that I don't want to admit to myself. So acknowledging things, I feel like people think it makes them weak, but I personally feel like it makes you stronger to be able to identify where issues are in any type of your work, whether it's like your daily activities or anything like that. Adding on to that, one thing that I was like not struggling with recently, but kind of just like, I have really been putting off like my like self-care, and I shouldn't be doing that because I love writing. So I should not be sacrificing my writing just because I signed up for like a trillion other things. Like, I need to still make sure I'm taking care of myself because I am the most important person for myself. That sounds like very like bad, I feel like, but it's not supposed to be. Like, you need to care about yourself. Everyone needs to realize that they are their own number one, and you can be other people's number one, but chances are like they should be their number one, you should be your number one, and then everyone else around you should be bonuses. So I have to tell myself, like, take care of yourself. You're going to shower every day, and you're going to wash your face every day, and you're going to use your mouthwash, and you're going to floss, and you're going to, like, keep smiling and, like, push through all the things that really bother you by writing. You're going to keep stretching, doing yoga. You're going to meditate every day for at least 5 minutes. And with all of that, I'm able to feel grounded because I can acknowledge that these are the issues and, like, this is what's going on. So, we're already at our 5 minutes. Thanks for checking in. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you're on spring break, have a great spring break. Be safe, be healthy, make good decisions, but also make some memories. Sometimes those don't go hand in hand, but be smart. And make sure you're wearing your seatbelts, and make sure you are telling people you love them, tell people you care about them, and make sure people know that you're there for them. Thanks for checking in.